Hey guys, this is Arnobliss98, and here is Quillfire from Transformers: Robots in Disguise. I know, yeah, this guy was kind of highly anticipated. It's probably since a lot of you guys commented that you wanted me to continue working on him in my last vlog, but I'm not sure if you guys are saying that to make me happy or not. I guess I'll find out when I finish filming this video. And yeah, this guy took a while to make. Like, already design is just like complex and whatever. And also on top of that, I've kind of been on and off about making Lego Transformers. I kind of talked about this in my last vlog. I feel like not many people care about them, and like especially in Flickr too. And there's not much of a Lego Transformers community. But don't worry, I'm still continuing making all these Lego Transformers and whatnots. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. People like make fun of like RD for being kiddie and like dumbed down compared to Prime, but just look at their design. It's just crazy and unique. I mean, like, they're really hard to make in physical form. I think I pulled off Quillfire really well, the best I could. The toy did a really good job also, based on the limits Hasbro has. And yeah, I actually promised to make this guy after I made that little model I made from the tan Mixels a while ago. So here he is. And also, a cool thing is that Quillfire is reappearing in Season 2 of R.A.D., which is kind of cool, and you can see him in the trailers and stuff. So it's kind of he's a really unique character. So here is his vehicle mode to start off with. We've been staring at for a while. Spin him around. So Quillfire is like an SUV or like something like pickup truck, just like really similar to what Bulkhead was in Transformers Prime, except futuristic, based on the style of R.A.D. Vehicle mode came out pretty nice, actually. Yeah, I actually really like this, but now I'll just save the surprises till later, because you know robot mode is much better. Everything kind of flows. Like, when I started making this guy, I was like wondering how I'd make the rest of the body, but I think I pulled it off pretty well. It flows pretty nicely. In the back, kind of broken up. It doesn't look too well. Yeah, the one problem I had with this guy is I don't have any tan plates except this one right here. So like it's kind of like rugged and like studdy. It doesn't look very clean. If I rebuild this guy and like make all these flat tiles, he would look amazing. Yeah, vehicle mode is pretty accurate. Yeah, I like the front bumper and everything. Especially this is not going to transform into a normal robot. Yeah, the only thing I'm pretty much missing, yeah, you can see the little headlights on the top. It's cool. Mirrors. I like the fenders. They're pretty cool, and how the wheels line up exactly in the middle. And yeah, there's a back windshield. This kind of looks still messy. One thing I missed out of doing is his vehicle mode. He has these little like roll bar things on the side. They're kind of gray, but I couldn't find a way to fit them in, and most importantly, have them fit in robot mode. So yeah. And here's the underside. It's pretty compact, actually. You can see. You can't really make out what he's going to turn into. Alright. Yeah, so Quillfire is pretty big, so yeah, he's 8 studs long compared to my usual 6 studs for a car. Probably because how his shoulders turn out and everything. It's pretty bulky. But it does seem relatively in scale with Warrior Class Bumblebee. Yeah. The toy is much smaller than this, actually. It's kind of funny. Well, now let's get on to the transformation, shall we? This transformation, of course, is really complex due to how he turns on robot mode, and it's like basically like the toy's transformation on steroids, you know, the Warrior Class toy. Stand it up. So first you gotta do is take these doors and kind of wiggle them out. Oh, come on, wiggle out. That's better. And they're kind of on these like really smooth ball joint struts and whatever. Struts with ball joints, which is courtesy of the first order transporter. Then you kind of flop the arms down just for now. Yeah. And next you want to do, this part will just come down a little bit, is you gotta take this back section and flip it up where the back window was and kind of just fold this out. Then you gotta rotate this entire back section down. These will become his legs. And raise the camera. Much better. And then, yeah, these arms do get in the way of you seeing everything sometimes. because this is not the first time I transformed this on camera. Then you gotta take this upper section and fold it up. You know that'll become. And take these arms, leave them there for now. What else is next? I'm gonna deal with this upper body first, because I need to get that out of the way. First you gotta do is fold up these panels, side panels, the windshield headlights on just for now, and fold this back. This will make his bumper disappear, because in the show this bumper ends up down here. This is his fake one, so they're also different colors, but that's besides the point. And kind of fold this back, and just leave it like that. Now I need to just collapse most of the inner body here. This section just folds down. It kind of just smushes everything together. That's pretty nice. And then take his arms. You can kind of plug them back up here. And there you go. His arms are set in position. And the headlights have a slight of a slant, because that's how they are in the show. And this part, his arms, of course, the toy leaves them like this because due to limits with molding, plastic, whatever. But in the show, these are flipped around. So you take this hand, fold it in just for clearance, and then flip this door around. And there you go. And put the hand back. And there's his arm. Same thing for the other side. Fold this in and then rotate it. Oh, come on. Getting caught here. Alright, that's better. And fold the arms in, hand in, and there's his arms. Now I'm going to deal with his legs, which are actually, they're really simple, but they're pretty fun yet. His legs, you take these middle sections, fold them out. You gotta split them also, and kind of extend them down, because they're kind of smushed in. Then you gotta take your knee pads, pull them out further. Fold these sections out, and then rotate them down here. This will reveal his legs. And then pull these back more. And shift this entire section down. This kind of makes his entire legs much skinnier. And this little hollow part, so this part just fills it in. I think that's very cool, yet simple. Without using something super complex like you usually do. And there's most of his body. Now I'll deal with his backpack, which is actually pretty cool. This windshield part folds in. And this section is on another set of joints in here you probably can't see. You gotta fold that in. And this entire section lifts up and kind of just pulls into the body. And move these arms out of the way. It just sticks in there. And then you could take this section here and fold it down. And that kind of covers everything up. That is pretty neat. And then up here with the real bottom bumpers, you fold these panels in. And you got, yeah, this is there on ball joints. They kind of rotate around, and they kind of meet together there, and they sit on top of this other stuff. And yeah, straighten everything out. You should be about done now. And last but not least, it says epic head reveal. I think this takes the cake for the most epic head reveal. Take this entire section, fold it, and his head just rotates out like the toy. Oh, and it falls off, but it's not supposed to do that. Like the toy does. Then shut the entire top up. So, here is Quillfire in robot mode. I have to reshoot this part since I accidentally deleted something. Okay, so Quillfire, I really like his robot mode. It's pretty accurate, the best I could do. With Legos, of course, and he's pretty well proportioned also. His legs might be a little stubby, but I can't do anything about that. If this wasn't Lego, this would be a pretty sick third-party toy. Assuming if people would buy third-party R&D toys. Yeah, looks really nice. His backpack is really neat also, really compact. I was expecting some random crap to be hanging off like the edges, especially this part. Because originally it would just be like a weird blob off the side, but I'm glad I compacted it more. Now let's get a close up on his head. It's really simple, and this is the best I could do with the head. His eyes look a bit too big, but it was either having really big eyes or no eyes at all. But I kind of wanted to keep the eyes in because it's kind of expressive of all like animal transformers, the Decepticons. Yeah, so he looks like he's always freaked out with these huge eyes. It's kind of weird. And his mouth came out alright. I couldn't fit his eyebrows in, but oh yeah, you can see the bottom. This is his fake front windshields, and the real one's kind of tucked away inside here, and his fake bottom bumper. Yeah, inside here there's like a bunch of like Technic stuff and like and struts and clips and whatever. It's really complex. So I put a lot of effort into this thing. And for articulation, yeah, the doors are on his arms, but in the show they're shrunken down a bit more, but they look pretty big here. They look fine now. Articulation, his head can move up and down, and it can move side to side. That's about it. That's the limits. And you can move his shoulder pieces up and down to let his arms flow up and down. It's also on a secondary strut, so you can pull it out more and do some crazy poses. Like that doesn't look very realistic, but like that. Yeah, it's really flexible. And his arms could do yeah, one thing is that I try to do with arms, trying to make it bend without colliding too much. So it could do a perfect 90-degree bend. His hands can move in and out, individual full fingers move. This is based on Hardshell's design. And yeah, these hands are taken from Hardshell technically, if you know what happened. His legs, he moves little toes. I think I called these feet earlier, I don't know why. And his legs are pretty standard. They're really squat, so they have some clearance issues. Yeah, clearance issues are like public enemy #1 for making Lego Transformers. Knee pads, not much. Yeah, they can move too. Yeah, he looks very nice. And his back, I like how all the wheels end up, especially his shoulder ones. And his back, yeah, one thing, his tail does move. He does have a little tail. In the show, this part is kind of like his back kind of just crunches up and become these like kind of plates, and they end down on this little tail. I think this will fold up more, but it's fine. You can see I like this part here. The cable kind of blends in with all this extra stuff I put in. And that's very nice. And one thing is, of course, Quillfire is based off a porcupine. Decepticons are based off animals. I thought it was a snapping turtle when we first saw pictures. And Quillfire without his quills, of course. These are his quills up here. They're very simple, and he definitely has more quills in the show. I wanted to keep it really small and simple, so I'll show you later why. And also so it fits in vehicle mode, most importantly. And yeah, in the show he uses quills as weapons. You can fire them out, and when they're fired out they turn bluish, like trans blue. So I just replicated that in trans blue, and you can just take it off really easily. And there you go, here's Quillfire with his quills ready to fire. Oh, yeah, this part. Wow, why did it do that? There you go. It's back. It's pretty neat. I like how it's transparent. And of course, he could also grab his quills individually and use them as like, it's like kind of like a sword to like make his anarchy marks and stuff. That's like shaped like a quill symbol. Or he could use them as like throwing knives, like he did in the first episode he showed up. So you can kind of hold it like that. The tip's not really good, really quill looking, but I think that's fine. Random size comparison, here he is with Fracture. He's pretty big and bulky, but he isn't that tall, I don't think, in the show. He's a tiny bit bigger, but... And of course, the girl. Actually, they're pretty well scaled, so maybe Quillfire could be a bit bigger. Yeah. And that should be about it. For Quillfire. I'm not sure who to make next for my Lego Transformers. I might do Evade Mode Optimus Prime, or should I do some more RID? Like, you should let me know in the comments. And also, one thing coming up, I did get 2 of the First Order Snow Speeder Microfighters, so I'll combine them to make a bigger Snow Speeder. I'll do that soon. Yeah, so what do you guys think of Quillfire? Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by him, even though he is from RID, and not many people care for RID. That should be about it for this video. I'll run of those 98 out. That was a terrible exit.